Oh, this. Okay. If you haven't seen this, whenever you see Minion of the Mighty come out, just know you're about to get job turn 2, maybe turn 3. What's up, YouTube fam? Tommy Corvette here, Utterly Average Gaming Channel. Now, if you've tuned into our channel before, you know that Stark23X and I usually play 7 Days to Die. We do have a running series going on, so check that out over there. But what I'm going to start doing is a little bit of individual play here, and we're going to do some Magic the Gathering Arena. And for this first set of videos, as you can see on the screen, I've got a bunch of budget decks. And when you get started in this game, it's really hard to have competitive decks because you need to build up your wildcard selection. And it takes time and or money to do that. And if you don't have the money or you don't want to drop the money, you want to find something that's, you know, fun to play. But it's also going to be competitive. It's no fun to go in and you know, get your ass kicked every time you're in there, and that's just not a fun way of doing things. When I did a quick YouTube search for budget-friendly decks and whatnot, there was a lot of different things that came out. And one of the things that bothered me was a lot of these content creators are making budget decks with 15, 20, 25 rares in it. And for some people, like myself, that have been playing for a while, that might not be so bad. But if you're just getting started, I mean, that just seems like it's going to take forever to get. And to be clear, as we look on the screen here, if we go up and we look at how many cards I have, sure, I have a lot of common, uncommon, and I've taken a lot of my wild cards and put them in where I want. But at any given point, you know, I've got 1 rare, 6 mythics. It takes a while to build that up. To be fair, I've spent a little bit of money on this game, but not what you would consider to be anything crazy. You know, 20 bucks here, 20 bucks there, to buy some things in. I did buy 1 set pack a while ago. But if you want to get started and you want to do something on budget, what I wanted to do is go through and make a series of videos that we look at a number of different budget decks. We go ahead and run them, show them how they work, and then do a full test on them. And at the end of each of these videos, I'll give you statistics on how the decks did. I am using a program that keeps track of wins and losses, so I'll show you a clip of that at the end, so you'll know how it goes. And it'll give you an idea of kind of how to start. Now, these are all budget friendly. No mythic cards in any of these decks. So we're looking at from the Selesnya Lifegain down here to the Rakdos Anvil. None of these decks in here have any rare mythic rare cards. A lot of them don't have any rare cards at all. Some do. You know, some have as few as 4. There's 2 of them that have 8, 1 that has 11. So it's bumping up. But all of these decks can serve as a great base for you to start with. And then as you find the deck that you like, you can then go out and get rare cards for that deck and then upgrade them. That's the one mistake I made. I know a lot of people I talk to have made the same mistake. They went out, they saw a video, somebody crushed it, they really liked it, they burned off their cards, they got the deck, and they found out either it wasn't as good as advertised, or 2, they didn't quite know how to run it right, or 3, it just simply wasn't as fun for them. So I think that's a great thing as you go through these. If you can get these on a budget, you can find out whether or not it's your play style. You can find out whether or not you enjoy playing with that type of deck before investing your hard-earned wild cards into something that you don't like. And the one that we're going to start with today, and all of these are going to be in historic. And now the reason I do historic is because in standard you have a certain number of decks that come out, and you can use them. They're great for about a year, but then during rotation they move out and the new flavor of the month comes in. And while that's cool, what happens to all those cards? Well, I have cards from 2019 that I'm still playing today because I enjoy them, I like them. So I tend to play in Historic. So all of these are going to be played in Historic. We're not playing Ranked at the moment. We're just going to go out and see what we get. Sometimes you get some really crazy things that you get to see out in the main draw. I'm not worried about sideboards. So as you see, I don't have any sideboards up here. It's something that you can find a lot of information about what to put in your sideboards. But the first deck that we're going to kind of demo today is the Budget Selesnya Lifegain. This is a white-green deck, and it's centered around triggers based off of life gain. So as you see, Soul Warden, anytime a creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. And with Trelassarra, anytime you gain life, you put a 1/1 counter and you scry. So all of this has some synergy to it. And hopefully it'll let us, get in there and do some really cool things. Now, as you see, this deck has no rares, no mythic rares, not in the lands, not anywhere else. So this is something that you can get into quite quick. So let's get to it and see what we can find. All right. Z3RO, I guess that's 0, right? 0x333 with the little dragon suit on. We'll see what we have in store here. Looks like we've got a pretty good hand to keep. We can come out 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, depending on how we want to do it. So let's go ahead and keep that and see what we can get going. No idea what we're going to be playing up against here. Well, we've got the black coming out at the beginning, so we're going to have a lot of pressure. They're going to want to destroy a lot of what we throw out there. They're going to want to do a lot of card draw probably. So that's something that can come up. Now, as we go through these videos, I don't know every deck that's out there. I'm not going to proclaim to know. I'm not an expert and I'm not a pro. I enjoy the game, and I've enjoyed making content since we came up with the channel. Again, 7 Days to Die is what we have been playing. But this is a great game that I play quite a bit. So, and if you're watching, quick shout out to K-Town. You know who I'm talking to. Hope everything's going good over there. All right, so as you see, they sack their own, which kills ours, but they get draw, plus they make a token. So we're gonna run into that. That might be a little tough for us to deal with. And again, budget decks, so we don't have crazy things to come out with and get after it. All right. So Shapeshifter. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's go ahead and let's get some more life gain triggers going out here. And I think we're going to go ahead and let's pump this as well. So we'll put it on our Hallowed Priest. And we're not going to attack. We're not going to worry about that. It's just going to block. There's nothing we can do about it. So we're going to get counters twice, as long as that stays in. And then we're going to exile one of their creatures. So if that were to go off, that'd be great. But, it is what it is. So, we can put down both of these and start to pump this. I'm curious if he's got another card over here that he's waiting to just figure out what I'm doing and absolutely kill something. Why not? And as you see, every time we get that life, we're triggering things, so it's a great budget-friendly deck. We'll go ahead and keep that. They're going to go after Ajani at some point anyway, so... And let's press. Putting pressure on is definitely something we want to do. I mean, that's good. That's fine. Get it out of their hand. Okay. This could be interesting. Beginning of your end step, create a tapped. If a creature died, create 2. Well, that's only doing 1. So let's just... We've got life gain, we can take that. And they go ahead and scoop. So you can see by just going ahead and taking that, it was not too bad. All right, back for round 2, undefined. So let's see what we get to start with here. Well, it would be nice if we could go out on turn 1 with our Soul Warden or our Lunarch Veteran, but you know, it's just not going to happen. But we need to get this out here so we have the white. So I guess we'll go ahead and keep this and see what happens. Okay. Curious if this is going to be red, green coming out. Well, it's either going to need to kill it or we're going to start to pump. Oh, red, black. Okay. Rakdos. That's... well. Alright, well. We need to get pumping, and green is not what we need. I suppose that would be good to block with. So let's go ahead and get that out there. Might try to come swing in with that robber. Hope that I block and pop us with the other 3, but if we could get another white. Okay, he wants us to decide. Well, we've got another one, so we'll go ahead and take that out. Okay, well, man, this is just not what we were hoping for. Alright, we need a white. If we could get a white, we can get 2 of these out, start getting some of our triggers going. We'd be okay. But without that white coming out, yeah, that's okay. Man, okay, well. We're just going to keep that up as a blocker. Goodness. Okay, let's do this. Really would be nice if we could press with that, but it's not going to untap if we don't get any life. And without our... okay. What do we got here? 2 in Menace. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. I'm okay with that. That's why we kept it up, so... oh, there we go, finally. That's gone. Alright, so... let's get this out here. Let's attack. And then bring this out. We'll get... there we go. We untap, and we get a counter. Okay. We've got... Alright. I want to swing in with 9. Really would like to. We'll see what he has left here. If we draw something that can go down with life, that'll put us in a pretty good spot. Oh, look at that. Look at that. we're going to press here. And there we go. We got our life gain trigger. We've got our big blocker back. Good shape. Unless he's got a board wipe. That's the only thing right now that could really cook us. You know, I'm not really worried about them coming in and taking some life off of us. So, what did you pop here? Okay, so we have to give something. You don't have 5 to put that out. What do we got? 5, 10, 13, 19. And then I have to give something up. I'm not worried about it. He might have, you know, a burn spell, but, you know, if he does, you know, good on him. We'll get rid of that. That's going to trigger. And a win. Perfect. Good stuff. Okay. Ed's 7777. Well, hopefully. 7's my lucky number, so hopefully it's not lucky for him. We'll see what we can get into here. Looks like we got some trolls coming, maybe. We'll stick a dynamite laying over there. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? This is always the fun part. Sitting here waiting, trying to figure out what they're playing. Figure out just how overclassed we are. If they're playing trolls, that could, oh, this. Okay. If you haven't seen this, whenever you see Minion of the Mighty come out, just know you're about to get job turn 2, maybe turn 3. That's just how it goes currently. But we'll give it a shot. And to be fair, if he goes off with this, there's not a whole lot of decks that can deal with it. So budget friendly doesn't necessarily mean suck in this iteration. He's gonna swing in. He's got a, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Do you have a dragon? Of course you do. And it's old Gnawbone. Okay, yeah, we're cooked. This is absolute garbage. It's jank for, you know, those that are just looking to go out and job people. So, you know, whatever. Let's go like so. Bring that up, get a little bit of life gain back, get this out there. Pump it up a little bit. Not that it's going to matter much, but every little bit helps. Another little pump. And, yeah. I mean, he can basically cast anything he's got in his hand, so whatever other big dragon he's got in there, you know, we're cooked. Oh, so, wow, alright. We live to see another day? Interesting. But I don't think we can pump this enough, can we? Not to... Well, at this point, we really don't need that. Nope. Let's go find something that'll help us. You know... I don't have another... Well, it pumps the other ones, so... Sure. Let's keep it, see what happens. Let's see if he'll take that. If he's got anything with haste and flying, or if he can pump that old Gnawbone, we're just cooked. So, might as well give it a shot. It's rough. Anytime you see Minion of the Mighty come out, you're gonna have like a scale up here or something. Any number of, yeah, there it is, scale up. How did I know? Well, he's gonna make us cook this, so sure. But if he's got trample, oh, he didn't. Okay. Did he just not draw? Oh, wow. Got him. Got him. Nice. Well, look, I hesitate to say Boffin 67, but we're on a 3-game winning streak. Budget deck. No rares. No mythics. Something's got to give soon. You know, we don't have anything that works with our trigger here. I hate giving up when I have my life trigger in here, hoping that we bring out something to go with it. I'm going to mulligan. Just roll the dice. Yeah, all right. We'll send this packing because we may not even get enough land to make it work. So let's see what we have. Oh gosh. Odd mana value. So deals double that damage to the permanent. Yeah. Well, hopefully we can not get to that part. And I keep waiting for trolls. I keep waiting for it. Oh, Jesus. Same thing again. Alright, well. I mean, we don't have a choice. Can we get lucky twice? So it's pretty lucky that we got through that last one. When you see Minion of the Mighty come out, it's... I never quit, but I want to quit. And he's, of course, got a dragon, because he mulliganed down to find it, right? Come on. Dude. Really?
Eventually.
Maybe we just got lucky and he disconnected, right? That's a strategy, you know. Guy disconnects, get the win, right? A win's a win. I mean, if we were playing in ranked, but down here it doesn't matter. You see a lot of these. When you see guys starting a mulligan 2, 3, 4 times, they're going for one of these jank decks where you have to have the perfect 3 cards to start. And if you do, you know, you're going to wreck most things that you run against. But, you know, every once in a while you'll run up against somebody with removal. And especially since he went first. They go second, you know, maybe you have some removal. Who knows? He still pops us with 6, which sucks. I want to get some scrying here to see if we can't find some... Yep, alright, some land. That's good. I like it. Why not? Why not?
Moments later.
Okay, we've got life. Oh, he's okay. Now he's looking to do that double damage thing. So we better get popping here. I wish we had a bigger trigger. That will help. Let's just hold back a minute. Get too overly aggressive against this. He gets the right stuff out. Oh! Alright. Didn't have the right stuff. Winning.
Winning!
Okay, what do we got here? Going against Scout. Scout. Go second. So it's... Unless we get a 1-drop on... Well, let's go ahead and keep it. So we got 2 different lands. You know, maybe now we're going to run... Yep, here we go. We're running into a mirror match, so this could get ugly quick. Because we're going to give them life every time we drop in with that Soul Warden, and we don't have one of our own. So if they drop down something like we have that's pumping because of it, like Voice of the Blessed. Now, Voice of the Blessed, that's a great card to sub into this deck. I run this on my ranked Selesnya deck. Great card, but again, no mythics, no rares in this one, so that's one card that you can absolutely put into this deck. If you like this kind of deck, if you find yourself gravitating towards white-green, great card to put in. And if I was playing just myself, would definitely have that in. As you see, once you get the you get it up to a 6/6, then it becomes a flyer, and that becomes big, and it's got vigilance, so it doesn't tap. And then if you get 10 counters on it, it's indestructible. So really good thing to have. We're going to give it a chance, but see, we're going to pump it every time, so we're just helping them get to where they need to be. And we don't have anything to deal with it in this deck. So this might be our demise, our first loss. Now every time they, yeah. So again, another great card to put in here. I don't run it just because sometimes it can be a little slow, but it does pump a lot. See, I really should kill this Soul Warden so it quits pumping everything every time I drop, but then I don't have my own drop, and that sucks. So it's inevitable, but we're going to go ahead and play it out. That's just pumping him even more, and we have nothing against flyers in this deck. That's another thing you could put in here too, is a way to deal with some flyers. But again, number of ways to build this. As you've seen in some of the other matches that we've had, sometimes you just get a bad match. And this was bad for us. One, we went second, so that put us way behind. Yep. So now you see, you know, Lurrus, and we're going to see some other budget decks that have Lurrus as a companion, or within the deck. You lose a 1 value, 2 value, you just bring it back. So, yeah, there's nothing we can do about this. That's a good game. We're just going to let them go through. Alright, well, that's 4-1. Let's go ahead and do one more and see if we can't get that 5th win. Alright, so we're here with Hips. The Swashbuckler Hips. Yeah, I think we can do this since we're going out first. We'll get our Prosperous Innkeeper out, get some Hallowed Priests out, see what we can get. What are we running up against here? Triomes. Red, green, white. This could get ugly quick. Probably some board wipes and some big creatures. Maybe. And blue. Some control. Well, we might just be up against it here. But let's give it a try. That's what we're here for. Swing in for 1 and see what they do to us next. Oh, hell. Okay. This is... Yep. Okay. I haven't seen this deck in a long time. It's pretty jank as well. So they came out with Treasure Hunt. Till you reveal a non-land hand. They're just trying to get a bunch of cards in their hand and then discard them, and then there's a couple of different ways you can get out of that by making it to where if you don't have a discard you win, or you know, some other things like that. So we're going to try and pump as hard as we can, see if we can't get into them fast enough. But we've got 12. If he doesn't go out here, we could potentially... Ooh, Zenith Flare. You can't cast that, though, can you? Oh. Well. You know, sometimes jank is just that, jank. And when you can pump like this... So what do we have out here? 7, 11, 12? Yeah, we throw 1 down, we trigger all of them, all these go up. That's 15. We're good. We're in good shape. He might scoop. Unless he's got something I haven't seen in a while and automatically wins here. We should be in good shape. God, that would piss me off if he had something that I didn't see coming. I don't know what it would be, but yeah, we're good. That's going to pump. That's why life gain is... And we'll good game them. Alright, that's our 5th win. So as you can see, budget deck, we just went into historic. We did get against some heavy decks, some very niche decks, I might say. But you never know what you're going to run into. So 5-1 out of the 6 matches. I'm going to go ahead and run some more matches just so we have a bigger sample size. And then, you know, I'll be right back to let you know how that goes. Alright, so we're back. We've done a few more matches. I went ahead and went out to 15 just to see where we could get with this budget deck. We ended up 11-4, so 73% win rate. Again, no mythics, no rares in this deck whatsoever. Playing in historic. Came up against a couple of decks we couldn't handle. Just way too much removal. Some board sweeps, some things like that. But in general, 11-4 off of 15 matches, not bad at all. As you can see from the stats that we have on here, we had 2 matches against mono red. We won both of those. We had 2 matches against white black. We didn't do so good there. So 0-2 against that. But everything else, we ran into a lot of different things. You know, some tricolor, you know, a full control deck that we were just too fast to beat. So all in all, I think this did pretty good, and it shows that you can get in here and be competitive. As you see, we were on the play 7 times, we were on the draw 8 times. Now, of course, when you're on the draw, you're always going to have a lower win rate. But in general, an 11-4 out of 15, pretty good. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Leave a comment down in the comment section if you saw something you liked, you saw something you didn't like. And just remember, we're going to be going through a number of budget decks over the next few weeks. So this was just the first one. Again, there's 14 total decks. We're going to go through each and every one of them and see how they do. So I hope you're back with us for the next one. And we will see you soon. Utterly Average Gaming Channel. I am Tommy Corvette. You have yourself a great day.